I am Shepard Plamann, the JV player, JV setter here.
And Gavin Connolly, definitely not a JV volleyball player. Speak for yourself, big man.
I mean, you guys are like...
Junior playing opposite number 10, Shep. The Rivera this evening is a 6'2" freshman, number 12, Brown.
Yeah, junior freshman combo. Big man, he jumps high.
No, Remington.
Remington. Michael Remington, yeah. I'm giving you a look because Tommy Vlahos is in middle and Luke Shorter's a outside right side. So Logan Rice and Tommy Vlahos are split in time. Yep. It's all right. We're still learning.
An interesting strategy from the Dukes.
Yeah, a little good luck, sportsmanship, all about it here at York High School. Yeah. How far away are they, dude?
Pretty far.
I'm going to look that up. 47, that's a big number. Ooh.
The pick is in.
Plainfield East High School. You said 47? It's 41. Yeah.
How about that? He's sharp.
I would always add 5 minutes with a bus. Wow.
Good thing we're not here to judge the dance moves of these gentlemen. Can we talk about this jersey combination? I mean, white on white. You rarely see that in any sport.
Oh, yes. If the bench is dead, the floor is usually dead, right? You want energy. Like a nuclear reactor, the bench is the nuclear reactor. If the bench is going loud, the court's going to go loud, and everything's going to go right. If you're dead, quiet-wise, like you got no energy, no decibels, then, your court's going to be quiet. You're not going to be bouncing balls. You're not going to be, putting down mega blocks. There's not going to be special digs. It's going to be boring. That's a good argument. I might have to agree with that. I might have to disagree with that. We'll see. So they do a coin toss. Yeah.
Coming out right out of the gates, bringing the power.
Starting formation. What do you mean by starting formation? Yeah. Like this right now? Yeah. Oh, so serve receive. Oh, okay. So there's certain rules that you have to follow in volleyball when you're like being served at. You have to be behind a certain person and right or left of a certain person, depending on who you're next to. So, like, right now, you're to my left, Josh. I would have to stay to your right. But, yes, let's just say Gavin's in front of me. See how Michael Remington is in front of Zach Brown? Zach Brown has to stay behind Michael Remington until the serve comes over. Now, most setters, they do cheat a little bit. I will admit I do. It's, you cheat, it's like half a second, but right before the serve goes over, I mean, everyone does it. If you don't, are you even playing volleyball,
We believe you. No questions that you're
Thanks,
big
Gavin.
fan of ethics and sportsmanship.
I do, but, the setter's got to do what the setter's got to do. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I would say one of our biggest strengths here for the Dukes. Look at our front line here. We got Tommy Vlahos. Tommy Vlahos is 6'5" senior. We got Luke Shorter, who is a 6'7", if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 6'7", opposite. And then you got Michael Remington, who is 6'5". I mean, look at that line of blockers. You're not getting much past that. Oh, roll shot, yeah. Back towards the court. Yeah, I was being very critical last game. I will say that. Mr. Dowdy watched it and he got pretty mad at me. But that's my job to be critical. My job. Yeah.
And way to answer the bell as well. Plainfield East tried to get their bench fired up after a big spike on their end, but Jack Butte standing up and bringing the energy and the momentum back to York's side.
Yeah. Plainfield East, yes. Nice little tool there for Luke Shorter, I believe, or Zach Brown. Oh, Luke Shorter, yeah. Set. I mean, it was tough because it was a tight ball. That's a great question. Got to ask the volleyball gods.
Coach Dowdy very pleased on the bench over there, clapping the clipboard that has nothing on it. Great move, Mr. Dowdy. Always a pro move. When in doubt, just bring the clipboard with you, even if there's no use for it. It makes you look like a coach instantly.
Nah.
Very true.
Oh, wait. I don't know if that's not a clipboard. That's not a clipboard. By Logan Rice.
Exchanging spots and exchanging the number of inches in their height differential as well, in which it's very large.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the stats here.
We're numbers guys.
Yeah, wow.
Speaking of the numbers, the Dukes have now opened up a 9-4 lead. You know what? It's a good thing that he saved those hops, rested the legs in the winter to be able to have the leg energy to perform that explosive jump right there.
Yeah, stuff block in the middle. He really read that man right and, put that ball right back where it should be.
Shep, a volleyball player yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how impressive and how rare was a play like that?
I mean, Rarity, I don't know. I mean, it kind of happens a lot because there's usually a lot of tight balls off passes or maybe even a poor free ball pass. So that was a great block. Usually there isn't a block there to be there because, you know, usually the setter's trying to get to that ball. But thankfully there was, and Logan Rice stepped up and put that ball down. Mm-hmm. Front, yes. Great dig by the libero. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it, yeah, it's, yeah. Yeah, he was there, he was ready. That guy, the opponent middle, what number is he? Oh, 4. The 10 is the setter. Sixth. Yeah, 6'3" senior. Probably, he's not the tallest guy, but he's getting all the kills right now, it looks like. Beautiful serve. Yeah, that was an accident.
But it worked.
Yeah.
It sure worked, though, as it kind of caught Plainfield East off guard. It looks like almost like a little bit of a change up there.
Yeah. Check me with the serve. Yeah, other than this. Yeah. I mean, that last play was a great example of being in system and them rocking the Dukes right there, but. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 100%. Yeah. Like that serve. See, that's like mid-system, out of system. What players? I mean, yeah, that was a tough scenario. There's not much you could do about that. As Ben Brown completely, that ball goes.
That's a shake right there,
yeah,
if I've ever seen one.
Right under the net.
No, not really, actually. Good try, though. Nothing but smooth sailing on the golf course.
Great up by Zach Brown. Wow. Yeah, beautiful back row. Back rows are very rare in high school. They, you know, Coach Dowdy especially, well, at least Coach Poirchek, they do not like it. You know, they either go sailing or somehow it goes off the block and it's a great kill. Like Tommy Vlahos middle, that middle is going to work way much more better, more efficient than the back row. I mean, the back row, that last one was beautiful, but you truly don't see it in the high school level unless it's mastered, like as you saw on that past kill there by the Bengals. Yeah. Yeah, so that's ultimately the setter's job to be deceptive and change it up. And there's also plays you can run, like Michael Remington, the outside, could run a faster ball compared to like a normal ball. See, like that setter changed it up to throw the blockers off. Yeah, I mean, there's set plays, and then there's times when the setter's just got to get the ball really high up, and the outside or right side will realize that, you know, I got to get the high ball up, I just got to get the ball over right now. Yeah, that was too tight of a set there by Zach Brown, if I will say. Luke Shorter had to go in there and tip it, as Mr. Dowdy is not impressed right now.
As there's a nice play by Remington. An absolute dime of a spike there. Just catching the back right corner. Now he's going to serve it. That's a way you can shut it down. How about that? Shorter's fired up. Headband and all. Those emotions very evident when he's playing Fortnite.
Yeah, Jack Butte, he's got in freshman year, he was on B team. And then eventually he came up sophomore year and started playing on varsity. He, freshman year to sophomore year, he hopped on and played club volleyball, and that's when he got really good. As you can tell, the junior starting out here and just rocking Plainfield East currently.
Yes.
The Bengals, to be exactly. No block touch, so yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, the point, it might be 23-16 right now, but Dowdy, he never acts like the game is over until it's over. I respect that a lot.
Yeah, fantastic coach, a man of intensity and discipline. Very much so.
Yeah, not much Zach Brown could do there. He was too tight of a set, so the blockers ultimately have the advantage on that one. That ball was just too tight of the net, as you saw, and so Zach Brown can't do anything about it. Otherwise, he probably will hurt himself if he dives into the net. So, you know, took the L on that one.
You know, this volleyball team, not unlike the Duke's basketball team, dominated by a lot of juniors and really kind of being known as a team with a bright future. And they even have the luxury of starting a freshman, Ben Brown, who stands at 6'2", as an outside hitter and a libero.
Yeah, he's nuts. He is 15-1 Spry Club Volleyball. His team was 4th in the nation, I believe, and he was, fourth of the nation in 15s, I believe. I could be wrong. This is what I was told. And he was, rumor has it, the best player on the team.
Wow, very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been playing ball all his life, I believe. More than me. I'm just over a year playing volleyball right now. And it shows, too. That guy, that boy is a baller. Yeah.
Bit of a crawl to the finish line for sure. I don't know, but it looked like number 5's fault.
I believe Logan Rice was in the net on that one. Josh will probably make a comment about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying it's his fault, but not saying it's not his fault.
Set. That is confusing. That's like a personal preference game. You call it sets, like best 2 out of 3 sets, but like it's game or match, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. It's confusing. Yes. Yeah. I mean, like games, 2 out of 3 games. Okay.
I mean, I'm going to start saying that.
You know, you'll confuse the public. You'll confuse the public, but you know what I mean.
All you volleyball players who will hopefully be watching later, you guys start calling games. Let's get a trend started. Let's change. Support some change in volleyball. Let's update volleyball. Make it more exciting.
I mean, it's an exciting sport. You know, this volleyball's a fast game. It's quick. It's not like you're sitting outside. I used to play baseball all my life up until last year. Baseball's cold. It's hot. The weather's perfect in here. I mean, it's probably what, 72 degrees in here right now.
And sunny.
Yeah, and sunny.
That's a point to make, Shep.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need a blanket in here. You don't need a blanket in here, do you?
Hashtag grow the game.
Yeah.
Emery, what lot? Which one? Why? it is a fun sport to watch. I'm starting to get into it. It's a lot of fun.
And we are back after, well, we still got 33 seconds until set 2 begins, but we are almost back here for the second set, or Josh wants to call it a game. Now let's start a trend. You know, he's a trendsetter. Joshua Melvin, he's 6'5". Oh, all the ladies love him, guys. He's a trendsetter, so, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry. That's my bad.
And speaking of 6'5", Tommy Vlahos set to play volleyball. Even though he's a bit of a newer player, he's set to play college ball at Benedictine University next year. So congrats, number 20.
Yeah.
Tommy Vlahos.
I always ask him if he likes his eggs Benedict because he goes to Benedictine. Yeah, I know.
Very.
You know.
He probably said, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Well, hey, the truth is harsh sometimes.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't know if he said shut up. I think he just kept on eating his waffles. That's all, you know.
Notice how he chose waffles instead of eggs Benedict.
Well, I think he was like, well, I like pancakes.
There's a time for both. There's a time and a place for both.
That's a great. Okay.
It's not
all
a loser
right.
take. That's a closed-minded take.
Yeah, that's a closed-minded take.
Man,
Well said.
he's insecure with his own opinion.
Apologies here, folks. We are not commentating right now because we are having technical difficulties, but we are slowly getting back into it. As I'm eating my Chipotle, after-game Chipotle meal, you know, guys, double barbacoa. You know, I bet you some of you guys don't like barbacoa because you'll say there's too much fat on it, but that's all right. It's all right.
I love
bulking.
barbacoa.
I'm bulking. Beautiful save by the Bengals.
Barbacoa is wonderful.
It's wonderful to you?
Good, yeah, I like it.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate that,
solid.
Josh.
There's
Someone
nothing
else?
wrong with
It's a good
barbacoa.
take.
I've never heard anyone who dislikes barbacoa.
Yeah, who's hating on barbacoa?
I'll keep.
I hate them.
Okay, there are shield laws in government policy, so I will keep the whistleblowers down because I don't want to hurt their feelings, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Sorry, that was very.
Shep couldn't wait till after the stream to eat his post game.
No, I'm going to eat this very, very slowly as Luke Shorter just got stuffed. Sadly.
Again? Oh, sorry.
Hey, now, let's not be mean. Just because he's 6'7" doesn't mean he's not cool.
Mr. Dowdy looking towards the ceiling and frustration after that last point. He expects more out of this young team.
And Butte with another aggressive spike. This time the blockers were able to get to it, but
yeah, what I've noticed here from the Bengals is that they've done a really good job of picking up balls and just, getting them up and getting York out of system, hitting our setter every time. It's tough to stay in system when you hit your setter, as Logan Rice, I believe, with a little bit of a block.
yeah, very good block.
Put up by Zach Brown, but poor communication by York. again, as Dowdy is furious, walking around with his 50-50 clipboard.
I think it's a clipboard that opens. I see those at the summer camp I work at a lot. A lot of the directors have those so they can hold papers and write papers on top.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Very fancy. It's
More innovative than we thought.
Yeah, it's a administrator type thing to do. And a coach is essentially the administrator of the game.
Yeah.
Just like the way that Duke's front line administrated a fantastic block that unfortunately fell out of bounds.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's why you're going pro, Gavin. What a comment.
Yep. That's why I'm here. Whoa! Scott Sterling! Right in the face, 27.
Luke Shorter.
Took it in the dome.
Luke Shorter with a big spike after that other big spike.
Tim Bannon's going to be feeling it, already going to the bench. Wow. Someone check on the nose. Surprised you didn't lose a few pieces of hair there.
Someone's
Shorter bringing the boomstick.
Oh, my God. Zach Brown with the hammer.
And look at Will Stanley, so hype on the bench.
Yeah, that's how you do it. As Dowdy is standing up, I can't tell if he's furious or mad or just, 50-50 clipboard still. It's tough to tell.
A spike that just goes right through the blockers there. Good job to keep up this time and not let the Dukes get out to a huge lead by Plainfield East.
Well said.
Shep, I was wanting to ask you this. Both wearing white.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Is that normal?
Is that normal? I mean, it's
Jump ball.
It's personal preference. It's personal preference for sure. I think York. It's confusing. So what JV does is we'll wear green on like home games or single games because those are thick. We have thick jerseys on for green. But as you can see, the white jerseys that York is wearing right now are very thin. So we like to wear them when we're like playing lots of games, so it's lightweight. But I think the white on white, you guys are you've made a lot of comments about this white on white right now, but it's pretty normal in volleyball. You'll see any team wear whatever jersey they want to, really.
Gotcha. I was just wondering if there was supposed to be some sort of, typically in every other sport, you want to make the distinction between the two by having two different colors. But I guess because you stay on the same side the entire time, it doesn't matter, so you could wear whatever you want.
Exactly. I mean, other than the libero, because he's got certain rules he has to play with differently than everyone else. But I see exactly what you mean.
And who created the libero? Who decided that they can hockey shift? And why is that a thing?
That's a great question. I don't know who created the libero. It was just in the game. Volleyball started off as a women's game and became official back, I don't know, not too long ago for men's.
The University of Illinois still does not have a men's volleyball team, to my dismay.
Yeah, wow, beautiful up by number 5 on the Bengals. Yeah, nor does Madison, Wisconsin have a men's team, but they have a women's team. I think they have a club team, but that's completely different than a college team. Wow, what a sequence of events as Logan Rice flies under the net on that one. He couldn't do much. He's got to get the ball over.
Definitely. But running into the net is
illegal.
Point for the other side.
Yes.
The net is sacred and you may not touch.
Gosh, it is like a, I don't know. It's like a sacred fish. You don't catch it. Keep it in the water. As Logan Rice puts that ball down. Well done by Logan Rice, saving his hops for
this
the volleyball.
Time, not touching the sacred fish.
Yes.
In other words, the net.
Yes. Don't touch that sacred fish or it'll bite you.
Nope.
Very interesting setter here for the Bengals. I will say very, not the normal. He's not doing too much jump setting, which is fine. I mean, some setters are still good and they don't jump set, but you could argue that there might be maybe a couple of lifts in here from what it looks like from our angle. Could be different. It looks like he just threw that ball at the outside. As
I was just about to say, just right now it looked like a lift.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have the best angle. See, yeah, Michael Remington is
Yeah.
even making comments. As his hand is like, I think he's lifting the ball there, ref. So, we'll
With
see.
his interesting shoulder sleeve. Is he
Yeah.
pretending that he has an injury or what? He ain't
You
fooling
know-
anybody.
Well, that's his right arm, so I assume it's for shoulder stability, as we were talking about on the last time here at York Sports Network Boys Volleyball, that I'm impressed with the shoulder stability to be able to go all the way back and reach that ball with such velocity.
Yeah.
And keep their shoulder
Yeah.
in its socket.
Yeah.
So it's
Still,
probably for
I don't
that,
think he's fooling
or
anybody.
He thinks he's Alvin Kamara.
I think he just took a trip to Dick's Sporting Goods and bought it and said, hey, I think I'll look cooler with this. Sort of like wearing an arm sleeve in basketball.
I don't know. So Michael Remington took a break from club ball this year just to give some relief on his knees as Zach Brown, the opposite, makes a beautiful spike. Yeah, I can respect that, but it's like he's still really good. I don't know. I don't know what I think I would keep playing unless I'm like seriously injured. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like imagine you're playing basketball and then you take a year off. Like what are your thoughts about that? Taking it's almost like there's 2 seasons for volleyball. There's club and school almost.
I would personally say, as a man who's dealt with a lot of injuries, that being cautious to avoid the injuries is a smart thing to do, especially if you care more about high school and, especially on your knees in volleyball.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
such an integral part of your jumping, especially, as you said, with such a big vertical leap, that's really going to come in handy, is having your knees at full health. And I don't know what personally, I do not know what Michael's plans are for moving into the future for college, but I assume he's not looking at moving on to the next level for volleyball if he didn't play club. So, he wanted to focus, I assume, on his health and being good for this school season.
You could argue that. I think every guy out there would almost want to play college ball. I mean, I sure do. You just got to work for it. I mean, he could. I think he does. I haven't heard his opinion yet. Like, obviously, Tommy Vlahos is committed. It's on his Instagram, guys. You can go follow him on Instagram, Tommy Vlahos. You'll see that he's committed. And at 630 Club, they put his post out there that he's committed to D3 Benedictine college volleyball. It's an interesting topic there for Michael Remington. It's a good question. The man's a senior. He can jump high. He can spike hard. I mean, he can block well. There's not much to not like about him.
Still makes a great impact down there, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Speaking of great impact, the Dukes here coming out with another good lead of 5 points here. A good couple spikes from Zach Brown, and here comes Remington there. That time just getting blocked again. Might need to change it up. That's a few times where he's been blocked well by the Bengals of Plainfield East. So maybe go with a little touch over the top or a roll shot.
So it's tough to tell from our angle whether it was a bad set or it was or Remington was trying to recycle it. Recycle meaning the hitter can hit the ball off the block and get it back up and get it a better set from the setter. We'll just say that. But I've noticed in practice a little bit, some of my other guys talk about it, when Remington starts to get blocked a lot, he gets a little shy. Just a little shy. I'm not hating on him, but he just gets a little shy and doesn't, he starts to tip more when, he could possibly be swinging. Now, that's just something I see. I could be totally wrong, right? But
probably.
I mean, yeah, I could be wrong as he comes up with a serve here.
An oncoming and off-going. I did not notice him oncome. Owen Reifenrath, the junior, came on for a little bit, but Jack Butte is back on the court for the Dukes.
Yeah, the Bengals being very scrappy right here, causing York a lot of problems, hitting their setter, and
Good to get over there. A couple of diving plays on that one.
Yeah, York is very confused right now. Dowdy is obviously not very happy, hitting his 50-50 clipboard.
Looks like a binder from this angle.
Yeah, it looks a little thick. Yeah, wow.
I don't see the metal clip on top anymore. I think that's a binder.
You think it's a binder?
My bet's on a binder, yeah.
Ooh, I don't
Might
know.
have been wrong from the beginning.
Yeah, dude. Clipboard to 50-50 clipboard, a binder.
The binder enters the question.
Jack Butte.
What a beautiful spike from Butte.
Wow.
No question about that spike.
Wow, beautiful line shot.
Painting the corners. Lajos gets some high fives as he returns to the bench, including one from Will Stanley, the man, the myth, the legend.
And he goes, sits next to him. Now that's an honor in itself, sitting next to the wonderful Will Stanley. That's a fun.
They played it off the backboard at the top of the ceiling.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying when it goes up that high. It causes me problems for sure. I mean, it'll
I'm
hit
sure.
the backboard and go back another way. God, it's like imagine an airplane going 1,000 miles per hour and just does a quick 180 in a matter of seconds. Like, how is that possible? You know, it shouldn't be happening.
Yeah,
But, you know.
it's called redirection caused by an object.
Thank you, Josh and Melvin.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. But I was just going to say that adds an interesting element, especially when they don't go all the way flat to the ceiling here. And it seems like there's definitely plenty of hits that are high enough to be able to reach the basketball hoops, and it's lucky to not happen nearly every time.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It seems like the serves are killing this comeback from Plainfield East, as that's the second out of 3, I want to say, serves in which they were not able to get it over, giving the point immediately back to the Dukes.
Yeah. Serving as Jack Zitek, beautiful serve. One of the best, arguably, for York High School. No spin. I mean, it just floats over real nice. It's like putting syrup on your pancakes. Just it finishes it so nicely.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The players rotate, and that's how they determine who serves, correct?
Correct, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
So you can't just have one player as a designated server.
Yeah. I mean, you can, there's a glitch with the liberos that you can do, but it's very hard to explain.
A glitch?
Yeah, there's a
IRL
glitch.
glitch.
So, Ben Brown can serve, and then there's, another player that can serve for him as well. They can switch mid-thing, but that's arguably illegal. I mean, we did it last game just to mess around because it was 25-10 back in a tournament. So we were like, all right, let's have someone that doesn't serve go in real quick. It's complicated, you know.
As you were saying, a big lead. The Dukes here with the big lead. I'm not sure Dowdy is going to want to change anything here as they choked a lead around this size last game.
Yeah.
But I'd still say put Will Stanley in.
I mean,
I want to see him cook.
Yeah.
Now that York is up 8, only 4 points away from winning this match, it begs the question, is Plainfield East mid?
Is Plainfield East mid? Last year their JV wrecked our JV. I don't know about varsity, but, I probably already said this. Us today, JV, we steamrolled them in the second set, but we had at least 12 or 13 errors, so it was 25-21. Next set, it was 25-25. I mean, that kind of shows what the game was like. It was actually pretty boring, I'm going to say. It was
yeah, because you were on the bench a lot for that second set.
Well, right, because there's being so many points scored for our side, so we didn't switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. But this is not a boring game, but it kind of is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you said volleyball's not a boring sport.
Right. But there are obviously boring times. I mean, when you know York's going to win,
what a block.
As Logan Rice.
Zach Brown Logan Rice. I'm going to give the credit to Zach Brown.
Yeah.
The Zach Brown Band.
Zach Brown Band.
Country music, correct?
Yes, country music.
Yeah. But volleyball is never over until the game's over. I mean,
that's correct.
Plainfield East can come back right now.
Definitely. And I just say we bring in Will Stanley for the winning serve. I'm going to keep fighting for it until Dowdy does it against Glenbard West. That should be a fun one. Is there a Glenbard West match at home, Shep? Do you know that?
I will check real quick.
Please check real quick, as Glenbard West is actually the defending state champion. Defending state champion.
When the stream's over, bite into a chip.
I am still currently looking for the Glenbard West game here. It is at Glenbard West. Pardon me. Sorry for interrupting. Joshua Melvin, the senior, 6'6". plays Ultimate Frisbee. My apologies. It is at Glenbard West, 4:30, 5:30. 4:30 JV, 5:30 Varsity.
And that is the only time the Dukes face Glenbard West?
You know what? We probably play them in a tournament at some point, but I will also...
And the Dukes win it here. Logan Rice with a little rollover shot. And Will Stanley, first one off the bench. Will Arnett beats him to the spot now. Fist bumps the judge. Great job by Will Arnett.
Oh, so
the Dukes win the match, winning 2 out of 2 games, as they did not need to play a third. As the Dukes dominate the end of this one, they started out hot, then finished hot. The in-between was, to be honest, mid.
Yeah.
The in-between was mid.
Yeah.
And it was pretty close for that first half of the second set and the second half of the first set. But the Dukes a lot coming out on this one. That is 7-0 on the year. The Dukes are looking to really be competitive. And the reason why I ask about Glenbard West is they are the defending state champion.
Yeah.
And are they projected to repeat, do you think, based on what you heard? Or is it just a repeat again and again and again? I don't know how many times in a row they've won the West Suburban Silver Conference title, but...
That's a great question. I'll have to find out, but...
Maybe do a little research sometime?
Yeah, I think I'll attempt to do some research here. You know, Dowdy always talks about how big they were when they won, so he's like, we got to pump iron. We got to get big, swole. That's what he wants us to do. He wants us to get a good vertical, and everybody gets strong. He doesn't want weak players out there. I 100% agree with him.
And you're out there?
Yeah, I am, Josh.
That's good.
I'm doing my push-ups, you know.
Hey, he's swole.
Yeah, you know.
He's bulking
He
right now.
I am bulking right now. I'm
He's
eating
bulking
Chipotle.
Bulking literally right now.
I'm eating
right
Chipotle
now,
as
he's
we
bulking.
speak.
As we
He's
speak.
bulking and broadcasting.
Yes. Gosh, that's such a good way to say it. Yeah, I mean, we're at, looks like the freshmen have a tournament over at the end of the season at Glenbard West, but I think that's it. We'll probably play them in a tournament. We'll see them at some point. And there's always playoffs, too.
Well, I meant for more broadcasting purposes.
Well, right. Yes, I see what you mean. But, you know, I don't know how good Glenbard West is supposed to be. They're probably supposed to be good. I mean, they're usually good, I'm assuming, as they won state last year. They're probably going to be good again, unless they have one of those years like they did in basketball where they had all those D1 players starting. So it's pretty tough to tell. As Gavin drops one of my chips onto the bleachers, I might shed a tear, folks. I might shed a tear.
Well,
That's
we
on
want to
me.
thank you all for joining
Apologies,
us
viewers.
here at York Sports Network. This was a fun one, a quick one, as neither set really went down to the wire, and 2-set win for the Dukes. And Shep, I think you need to go help clean up.
I
and
know.
not bulking and broadcasting.
I might need to, but, you know, some of the other players out there are also not cleaning up. So you could argue I don't have to because Coach said I can do this. I can do my part in YSN, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
we thank you for doing your part.
I could argue I have rights to be up here. As there are people staring at us currently, they're waving at us, guys. I think we might be popular.
I think we are too, as we want to thank you all for reaching the 2,500 subscriber mark as well as the 1,000 follower mark on Instagram. We thank you all for all your support throughout the course of the year. We're excited to finish out the year with you all. And thank you for joining us on this episode of York Dukes Boys Volleyball.